Welcome to InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tichina. The Federal Reserve expressed much softer rhetoric than markets had expected. At the press conference following the policy meeting, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell dropped a hint that a pause in the cycle of monetary tightening could be much longer than originally anticipated. The US Central Bank's leader noted an overall trend of a slowdown in the global economic growth. Besides, the chairman voiced concerns of a subdued consumer inflation and low expectations of inflation rates. In response, the US dollar incurred heavy losses across the board. The measure of the greenback's value against its major rival currencies slumped 70 pips to 95.80. The dollar-yen pair sank 100 pips to trade at 110.40. Such a price move came as no surprise on the back of growing uncertainty in the global economy and risk-aversion sentiment among investors. Meanwhile, the Australian dollar is taking advantage of the greenback's weakness. The Aussie remained unaffected by negative data on Australia's labour market. The AUD-USD pair climbed to 2.7160 despite minor employment growth in Australia's economy. Nevertheless, the downbeat data suggests a correctional decline in the short term. The New Zealand dollar refrained from falling despite the GDP data from New Zealand. Its economy slowed down to 2.3% in the fourth quarter on a yearly basis, from a 2.6% increase in the previous 3 months. However, the NZD-USD pair is still trading higher at near 0.6915. Analysts expect a downward correction. Apart from the soft forward guidance of the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Energy Department reported an expected large drop in domestic crude inventories by 9.5 million barrels last week. The news reinforced the bullish trend of oil prices. The Brent international benchmark grade settled up at $68.80 a barrel. The ruble obviously benefited from such solid support and strengthened to the level last seen in August last year. The ruble regained all losses incurred as a result of recent Western sanctions on Russia. The dollar-ruble pair dipped to 63.70. Experts warned that the US dollar could win back losses amid the likelihood that the trade talks between the United States and China could be disrupted. Such developments would dent demand for such risky assets like the ruble, the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. You are watching Market News on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tichina. We wish you profitable deals.